Ask you something real quick. Have you ever had a wooden chopping board that started looking kind of weird after a few weeks? Maybe it started getting dark stains, or that slightly bad smell that just doesn't go away, or in some cases, even small cracks on the surface. Yeah, you aren't alone. Honestly, most people buy a nice wooden cutting board because it looks aesthetic. It feels natural and just looks better than plastic. But then a few weeks later, it starts becoming something you don't even want to use anymore. And the funny thing is, it's not the board's fault. It's just that almost nobody actually teaches you how to take care of it properly. So, in this video, I'm going to show you a very simple, very practical way to clean and maintain wooden chopping board or cutting board as some people call it, so it can literally last for years, not months. And don't worry, you don't need expensive products or anything complicated, just a few basic habits that most people ignore. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing, understand something important. Wood is not like plastic or steel. It's a natural material. That means it behaves differently. It absorbs moisture, it reacts to heat, and it slowly changes over time depending on how you use it. So, if you treat it like plastic board, meaning you leave it wet or you throw it in the dishwasher, it will start breaking down pretty quickly. And that's where most people go wrong. They expect it to be maintenance free, but wood actually needs a little care. Not a lot, just basic care. So let's start with what you should never do. This part is really important, so don't skip it. First mistake, and probably the biggest one, is soaking your wooden board in water. I know some people do this after cutting meat or onions, thinking it will clean it better. But what actually happens is the wood absorbs that water, and once it absorbs too much moisture, it starts swelling, then drying, then cracking. Not good. Second mistake, putting it in the dishwasher. Please don't do this. The heat, pressure, and constant water exposure basically
No.
destroys the natural structure of the wood. Even high quality boards can get ruined like this. Third mistake, leaving it wet in the sink. This one sounds small, but it's very common. You finish cutting something, rinse it, and just leave the cutting board there. That standing water slowly seeps in, and over time, that's when mold starts forming. So, yeah, avoid these three things completely. Now, let's talk about daily cleaning, and that too the right way. This is the simple routine you should follow every single time you use your board. And honestly, it takes less than a minute. First, rinse the board quickly under warm water. Not hot though. Remember, just warm water. Then take a mild dish soap and a soft sponge. Nothing rough, no steel scrubbers. Just gently clean both sides of the board. Even if you only used one side, always clean both. Why? Because moisture and bacteria can still sit underneath. Now, here is the important part, don't overthink it. You don't need to scrub aggressively. Wood is not dirty by default, it just needs basic cleaning. And after that, rinse it quickly again. And this is the key, don't let it sit in water. Drying, this is where most people fail. If there is one thing you remember from this video, let it be this. Drying is more important than washing. Take a clean cloth or towel and wipe it properly. Then stand the board upright, not flat. Upright position, it allows air to flow on both sides. So if you just lay it flat on the counter, the bottom side stays damp, and that is where problems start. Let it air dry for a couple of hours if possible. And yeah, I know sometimes people are busy and just throw it aside, But that small habit is what decides whether your board lasts 6 months or 6 years. Deep cleaning, once or twice a week. Now, even if you clean it daily, over time you will notice stains or smells, and that's normal. So, once or twice a week, do a deeper clean. You have a few natural options. First one, lemon and salt. Just sprinkle some salt on the board, cut a lemon, and scrub it. This removes smell and light stains very well. The second option is baking soda paste. Mix baking soda with a little water, apply it, let it sit for a few minutes, then scrub lightly. Excuse me. Third option, vinegar wipe. This helps kills bacteria naturally. But again, after all of these, always rinse and dry properly. Don't skip drying. I know I'm repeating it a lot, but that's because it matters, trust me. The next step is oiling the board. This is the secret most people they don't know. Oiling the board, yes. Now this is something many people never do, and that's why their boards crack or dry out. Wood needs oil. Think of it like skin. If your skin never gets moisture, it becomes dry and damaged. Same with wood. You can use food safe mineral oil or special cutting board oils. Apply a small amount, rub it evenly across the surface, and let it soak overnight. The next day, just wipe off extra oil. You don't need to do this daily. Once every 2 to 4 weeks is enough, depending on usage. This step alone can double or even triple the life of your board. Now let's talk about mold. This is the real issue. It's very common. So here is the truth. Mold doesn't happen because wood is bad. It happens because moisture is left inside the board. So if your board is staying wet, stored in a closed cabinet, it's not dried properly, that's when mold appears. And once mold appears, it's hard to ignore. It smells, it spreads, and it looks unhealthy. So prevention is everything. Dry it properly, store it upright, oil it regularly. Simple habits. Smell and stains. Here is a quick fix for smells and stains. I know that sometimes after cutting onions, garlic, or meat, the smell stays. For that, lemon and baking soda works best. Rub it in, let it sit a few minutes, then rinse. It's simple but effective. Quick reality check. Wood versus plastic. A lot of people ask, why not just use plastic or stainless steel instead? And that is a good question. But honestly, each has its place. Plastic is low maintenance, but it scratches easily and can hold bacteria in deep cuts. And again, it's not eco-friendly. Stainless steel is very hygienic, no doubt, but it's harsh on knives and not very practical for everyday home cooking. Again, it's not natural like wood. Wood is kind of the middle ground. It's natural, knife friendly, and it looks great. But yes, it requires a bit of care when you compare it to plastic or stainless steel. So nothing extreme, just basic maintenance. So final thoughts. Let's summarize everything simply. If you want your wooden chopping board or cutting board to last a long time, so don't soak it in water. Don't use dishwasher. Don't dry it properly after every use. Clean it gently every day. Deep clean weekly and oil it regularly, and then store it upright. And that's it. Nothing complicated. But most people don't even do half of this, and then they think the product is bad. In reality, it's just care. And honestly, once you get used to this routine, it becomes automatic. You don't even think about it, and your board stays clean, safe, and actually looks better over time.